Call me Dave again. Let's have a bit of fun, shall we?
Okay now. Yoko Ono, John Lennon's missus. She's written a book about being a vegetarian and later a vegan. I thought the hypocritical cow. She's been living off a fucking dead beetle for years, isn't she? You know what I mean? That's meat, isn't it? Fucking...
Fucking hell, I've got to have a moan.
But anyone on the O2 network, I bought a fucking SIM card, I started using O2. 2 weeks later, I still couldn't fucking use the phone. Can't get my O2 app. Verified, confirmed, proved everything, took all my fucking details in the O2 shop, spent 5 hours on the phone. Not out of the phone, the fucking robot voice says, all our advisors are extremely busy at the moment. I said, of course they are, no cunt can use their fucking phones. And then the mother of all insults, do you know you can get help quickly and easily by using the My O2 app? It's like, don't fucking work, that's what I need fixing. You insensitive old biatch. You know what I mean? You try going out of phone for 2 weeks. Then I get through the customer service, I said, we'll give you a new SIM and a contract. I said, I've already paid for this fucking one. If you can't get this one to work, why would I trust you to get a fucking new one to work? Do you know what I mean? Honestly, don't believe a word you fucking say. They merged with Virgin. Fucking Virgin ruined O2. Yeah, I was a virgin. I changed to fucking Sky last week. You know what I mean?
Fucking hell.
My mate gave me some Viagra. I said, what's this for? He said, treat the missus. I said, she likes James Bond. He said, well, it won't make you into James Bond, but it will make you fucking Roger Moore. Roger Moore, you'll fucking get it later. Quick slurp. Chateau Neuf de Cac from Aldi. Someone said, everything you do in life is great, but it's much better when you do it with someone else. I said, yeah, especially sex, otherwise you'd have a really bad fucking wrist, wouldn't you? All that fucking bashing away. Of course that's true. My mate said, you're getting older now. I said, yeah, age is old hat now, isn't it? Age is fucking old hat. My ex-missus, she was kidnapped by a fucking mime artist. And I said to her, what happened? She said, honestly, he did unspeakable fucking things to me. Unspeakable fucking things. You couldn't make this shit up, you know? Yeah, speaking to my sister the other day, she said, Dave, you're supposed to be a blue comedian. Yeah? So why do you keep telling dad jokes? I said, he fucking likes them. Do you know what I mean? He likes the fucking jokes. Why do you tell dad jokes? Do you know that takes 30 million sperm to fertilise one fucking egg? I said, do you know why? Because men never listen to the fucking directions, do they? Never fucking do. Fellas, we've got to start listening and getting directions. Then we'd only need one fucking sperm, wouldn't we? We could donate the rest, you know. Sperm bank. They're paying now for fucking donations. To think of all the fucking money we let slip through our fingers over the years, lads. Do you know what I mean? Fucking paying for donations. Yeah. I told some jokes about unemployed people the other night. They didn't fucking work either. Talking to me, mate, I said, when I first met my partner, I thought she was gorgeous. She had long legs and big boobs. Now she's got fucking big legs and fucking long boobs. You know what I mean? The woman at work got pregnant by a fucking pizza delivery boy. I said, blimey, I wonder how much fucking cheese she must have asked for. You know what I mean? There's a fucking deep crust. What is that? Stuffed crust. Fucking hell. I work in a mental health ward. One hell of a job. I was in Aldi and they get paid a little more than me. And on the sign it says they won't be beaten on price. It's like mental health ward. You'll be beaten each day, once or fucking twice. Do you know what I mean? My missus keep promising me a night of passion. And we finally got it on last night. I said, wow, that was really worth waiting for. She had a massive orgasm. My friend said, how did you know? I said it was so good she nearly fucking woke up halfway through. Do you know what I mean? Fucking hell. I feel sorry for Britney Spears. Her daughter keeps getting beaten up at the fucking nursery school. I bet she wished she hadn't sung fucking hit me baby one more time now, hasn't she? Hit me fucking baby one more time. You know what I mean? Fellas, when you're making love to your woman, do you look her in the eyes? I did once, but she was very, very angry. My mate said, why? I said, well, she was at the top of a ladder looking in the fucking window at the time, you know what I mean? You bastard! Fucking hell. My mate's missus, she's having trouble with her weight. 20 fucking stone. She says that's because of her feet. I said, yes, because she can't keep her fucking feet out of the fish and chip shop, John. You know what I mean? Fucking trouble with her feet. It's trouble with her fucking mouth. Fucking hell. I bought a nice t-shirt off Temu. My mate said, Dave, you know it's fake, right? I said, is it? How can you tell? He said, well, it's supposed to say Tommy Hilfiger. It actually says Timmy HOLEFUCKER. And I prefer that, but that's fucking fake. You know what I mean? What do you expect for £4? Yeah, my mate said to me the other day, you've been doing your job for 24 years, Dave. Why don't you pack it in? I said, look, I'm like fucking Taylor Swift's gynecologist. I love my fucking job, you know what I mean? Fucking hell. But life isn't just a play on words, is it? Some of the words are funny. And when you tell your missus that it's something clever that you didn't already know, you say, but she said, well, blow me. She never fucking does she? Unless you're dating a fucking prostitute and you've got your fucking wallet in your hand. You know what I mean? Yeah. Me and my mate, I was dancing with a girl in a nightclub. She said, what have you got on? I said, I got a heart on, but I didn't know you could smell it. Ugh. She said, no, the aftershave. I said, I haven't had a shave. She said, no, the fragrance you got on. What's it called? I said, oh, it's a new one, this one. That's called Come To Me. She said, it doesn't fucking smell like Come To Me. I thought, the dirty cow. Fucking hell. It was dark in there. She put her hand down my trousers. She said, well, you got a big old todger on you. I said, it's a fucking baseball bat, love. You can't be too careful these days. We live in a rough old world, you know. Yeah, fucking hell. That's me cosh. Close, but not quite. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I'll tell you what, this showing off the cat from Aldi. Going down a treat, that is. Oh, the fucking missus should be. You know, women can be cruel. I had some pills from the doctor the other day. They didn't agree with me. They made me feel really ill. It's supposed to be the other way around, isn't it? You get some pills, they're supposed to fucking improve your health. Anyway, I had bad chest pains on the second day. I said, quick there, get your mobile out, call me an ambulance. She picked up the phone, I glanced over her shoulder, she was fucking signing up to plenty more fish. I said, I'm not fucking dead yet. I can do that afterwards, will you? Cheeky cow. You know what I mean? Yeah. I started speaking to my mate the other day and said, Pete, can you remember your first sexual experience? He said, you can. You kept the fucking receipt, didn't you? I'm joking. When I was 14, I met this lovely American girl at school. Fanny, my name. Lovely girl. She took me to her house and up to the bedroom to help her with her homework. And I had no idea what she planned. She told me she was a virgin. You know? She started kissing me, you know. Cuddling me, you know. Got me todger out and rode me for a fucking hour. And afterwards I said, what the hell are you doing? She said, oh, sorry, Dave. I don't know what came over me. I said, well, that was fucking obviously me, wasn't it? You know what I mean? Don't know what came over me. I said, you told me you were a virgin. She said, no, I didn't. I said, I was from Virginia. Richmond, Virginia. Well, I didn't fucking know that. I'm from Wales, you know? Where the fucking sheep are scared. Where the men are men and the fucking sheep are scared. Where you get a cheap woolly jumper. Fucking hell. Well, my mate said to me earlier, he said, if you ever get a bird and you take it back home, don't tell your mum. I said, why? He said, last time I took a bird home, I was in the bedroom and we were having a bit of fun, you know. Put a bit of music on. He said, we were just about to get it on. And my mum burst through the fucking door. And then we were there, making love. She turned around and she said, well, I fucking never. I said, well, you must have done. How did I get here? Fuck, me and my missus were arguing the other day. And she said, I don't give a flying fuck. And I said, no, I haven't ever made love on an aeroplane either, dear. You know what I mean? Fucking hell. My missus broke down in the car. And when I got there, she's only kissing the fucking AA bloke in the back of the van. I said, what the fuck's happening here? She said, oh, yeah, he couldn't get me going. I said, I know, but if he was fucking trying to, wasn't he? She said, you don't half exaggerate, you know. He was just looking for some parts. I said, looking for some parts. I said, your tits and minge, that's what he was looking for. I said, if I hadn't come, he would have fucking come, wouldn't he? Cheeky bastard. Looking for some parts. Tits and minge, definitely. Yeah, I was listening to the radio a while back, and the traffic update come on, you know, RDS, you know, and it said, people, be very careful on the A12. Someone's driving on the wrong side of the road. I got on the phone to the missus, I said, darling, that's me, be careful. Be fucking careful. Some twat is driving the wrong way on the A12. She said, they all are. I thought, fuck, that's her, isn't it? Fucking hell. Well, on that note, have a good night. Be good to each other. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell them I'm a twat. Ask me for certain jokes. I'll try and do my best. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.